Assalamualaikum and hi everybody. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Elisa Malimiti Abu Bakar and I am the leader of this group, which is group number 6. I will be leading this project and make sure that this project ended successfully. Now, allow me to introduce to you my group members that have been helping since day one and working together side by side to make this project a success. First and foremost, let me introduce to you Muhammad Haji Haizal bin Shamsuna. He is in charge in all the posters and brochures that we prepared throughout this project. Next, we have Ahmad Darini bin Ma'arifin. He is in charge in providing all the SPM notes and extra exercises provided in the specific Google Drive. He is also the holder of our main media social account, which is our Instagram. Then, we have Nadira Balkis binti Badu Hatimi. Without her, this video won't be a success. Last but not least, we have Anissa Balkis binti Abdurrahman. She is in charge in our data analyzer. She analyzed all the surveys that we already provided. So, you might be asking why we decided to work on this project and make sure that this project ended successfully. So we need to know that this is one of the significant problems that we face in our community these days. As we all know, during the pandemic COVID-19, many students feel discouraged to study because of the unstable management in the education system. This is because not all of our students in this country is flexible enough to deal with all the changes has been made in our education system. This will cause them stress and anxiety because the changes made is such last minute. Some of them even considering to just bail on their studies and start working instead. This is because of survival purpose. They think that it is much more important to find money instead of studying. And they also lose hope due to the online classes that make them feel uncomfortable to study. They do prefer to have face-to-face class instead of online due to some inconvenience that they face during online classes. Probably because of stress and the distraction that restricting them to focus in class. So we decided to work on this project to help them overcome all this problem and help them to deal all this stress. Next, let's move on to our goals and objectives. So what we're trying to achieve from this project is to help and support SPM students before taking the examination in terms of their mental health. So this is where we take their feelings and their worries into our account. As we all know, they have to prepare their important examination that determine their future through online classes. This is a new norm for them. It is not ordinary. So this is what makes them feel demotivated at first place. To understand them better, we try to put ourselves in their shoe. If we're in the position, what we try to hear from other people, or what would we do to make ourselves feel more motivated. So we prepare some posters and quotes in hope that it can help them to increase their motivation and their determination so that they can feel confident enough to sit through their SPM examination. Our second objective is try to help them in managing their time and how to cope with stress and inconveniences through our online classes. As we all know, due to pandemic COVID-19, not only secondary students have to face online classes. We as university students also affected by this and have to sit through our online classes. So we also understand how stressful it can be. It is not easy and hard enough to give 100% attention in your online classes. Because in your house, there are so many things going on, so many distractions that are restricting you to give that kind of focus. So we prepare some tips on how you can manage your time, how you can differentiate between your house chores and your studies. We also prepare tips on how you can cope with your stress and how you can deal with your stress. You have to deal with your stress to settle your problem. With that, you can feel much more peace. Next, our third objective is try to help them by providing complete extra notes, puzzle questions, and guidance as preparation for the examination. So this is where we try to help them step by step so they can feel much more prepared and confident enough to sit for the SPM examination. Last but not least, our goal is to guide them by giving them exposure on what they can do in the future and how to manage the future. Due to COVID-19, most of the students were discouraged and demotivated to further their studies because they think that university and other institutions only prepare limited places for students. And others think that it is much more important for them to find money for survival basically by working instead of studying. But actually, despite the current situation that our country is facing, there is a lot institution and university that prepare a lot of places for students to create a better future. So we try to guide them by preparing this platform to let the SPM students to explore more and decide on their own what kind of place and what kind of future that they want, so they can understand better how to manage the future. Next, on how are we conducting this project? So, first of all, a survey has been released to SPM students to get to know better on how they're feeling about the upcoming SPM. We had done collecting all the responses, and the analysis data will be presented by my friend.
At the beginning of this assignment, we started off our project by conducting a survey on SPM 2020 and 2021 candidates via Google Form. We received a lot of responses from the SPM candidates of both years from different schools, as this project is not only focusing on a particular school but various schools from all states. The first question of the survey is to determine how ready are they to sit for their upcoming exam, and here are the responses that we received. The highest scale recorded is 3, which is around 41.8% of the total candidates. Unfortunately, only 0.9%, which is equivalent to 1 candidate, is the most ready to sit for SPM. These are some of the reasons contributing to the scale chosen. Next is their targeted results. Majority of the SPM candidates target to achieve straight A's in SPM. Only small percentage of the candidates target to achieve less than 9 A's. These are the preferred education institutes that the candidates wish to pursue their studies after SPM. We also asked the candidates regarding their preferred course to pursue at a higher level education, and these are some of them. As usual, pure science is the most preferred course compared to other courses. These are the feedbacks regarding our project. Majority of the students think that our project helps them a lot and they find the Google Drive link that we've provided very useful. Here are some of the comments written by the students on our project. Lastly, these are the recommendations suggested by the students for further improvement of our project.
Next, on our second step we have here is creating poster and brochure about assessing criteria, as they want to know about this foundation. Next, on our third step we have here is prepare videos of motivation to increase their motivation and determination for sitting in SPM examination via YouTube and Instagram. And lastly, we provide them with something that they can use for their studies, and which in this case we create a Google Drive of SPM subject to help them by getting them some notes to ease their burdens, so they don't have to go internet and pay up for notes that they need, because we already prepare everything here free. And this is our official Instagram account, so SPM students can just come and reach us through here. If they have any concern or question they want to ask, they can just come and reach us here and DM us.
And don't forget, be strong